Miller did a good ride to finish in second place, and one of the best sprinters in the field, Shelley Olds, was third, both from Team Tibco. A lot of time second bonuses up for grabs still, so Allison Powers still has her hands full for the rest of the weekend.
Absolutely, and they also have to contend with Team Optum, Jade Wilcoxon, your GC champ from last year. We'll figure out what comes next with the road stage when we come back right after this.
The Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove is brought to you by ComEd, by AXA Equitable, Woodfield Chicago Northwest Convention Bureau, Comcast, and Prologis.
Day 2 of the 8th annual Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove rolls on, and Bob, this time it's the Comcast Circuit Race that's on tap and dead ahead.
And Allison Powers, the winner of the time trial, has a 9-second advantage over Amanda Miller. Shelley Olds, one of the best sprinters in the world, is in third. She did a great time trial. She's 13 seconds behind our race leader. A lot of seconds up for grabs, 19 seconds of total time bonuses. So it's just about anybody's ball game heading into the stage number 2 of the Tour of Elk Grove. It's going to be a great day today of racing.
Absolutely. There are 4 teams that have at least 2 contenders for the GC still in the race. It's moving day. Let's go racing.
The pro women are lined up for the start of the second stage of the Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove, and today it's a circuit race. This event is very much like a criterium event, as the women will ride repeated laps around a designated course. The difference between a circuit and a criterium is the length. This circuit is 3.7 miles per lap. Amateur riders will do a crit course today, which is 1.3 miles in length. Today's circuit isn't too different from the time trial. It's slightly shorter. Riders will have long straightaways punctuated by 3 180-degree turns and 2 45-degree right turns. Again, it's a flat course with only 39 feet of gain or loss in elevation. The women will race 14 laps for a total of 51.8 miles. Their speeds will vary throughout the race, but expect to see an average of about 25 miles per hour. Located along the course is a designated feed zone, which is only available to riders during the middle of the race. There's also a SRAM neutral support tent near the finish line. SRAM experts will help any rider with mechanical issues while free laps remain. And we're racing. Today's circuit event is really 3 races rolled into one. First, there's the obvious quest to win this particular segment of the stage race. Second, there's the race to become the overall GC winner of the weekend. And finally, there's the battle to win precious points in the NRC Series. Each contest has its own strategy and rewards. The top contenders from yesterday's time trial will be looking ahead to the overall weekend championship. Their performance today, as well as any bonus seconds they can pick up during the race, will make a difference in the standings. There are 6 women within possible striking distance of Allison Powers, who is sporting the yellow jersey today. Her 9.34 second lead over the field is a nice cushion, but it may not be enough. Riders take the points game seriously. Just ask Jade Wilcoxon, who won the overall general classification, or GC, at last year's Tour of Elk Grove. In 2012, Allison Powers was again in the yellow jersey, and Wilcoxon was 14 seconds behind after the time trial. Wilcoxon was deft at collecting her bonus seconds in the mid-race sprints and won the Saturday event. She got a total of 13 bonus seconds and crept within a second of Powers. Wilcoxon executed the same strategy flawlessly during the Sunday race and grabbed the maximum bonus points. Powers tried the same strategy but couldn't cash that check. Wilcoxon's bonus points gave her the GC and a 10-second win over Powers. It's deja vu all over again. A similar situation is taking place today. Wilcoxon is 18.3 seconds behind Powers. Her injuries a few months ago could prevent her from climbing up the bonus tree, but there are others who are working bonus time into their strategy. There's one final weekend of individual glory for Meredith Miller, who will retire from pro women's cycling after this weekend. Todd Bastide caught up with Miller prior to the race.
Well, thank you, Greg. 15 seasons of racing, 11 as a professional, and to a degree, wrapping up her career right here at the Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove. Having represented the U.S. at both the Road Worlds and the Cyclocross Worlds, I'm really pleased to be joined by Meredith Miller, Team Tibco. Meredith, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, so maybe not your last race, but your last NRC race?
Yes. Yes, it's kind of come on really quick. I haven't done a ton of racing this season for a variety of reasons, and so it just sort of dawned on me, just a few days ago that this was going to be my last team race, my last NRC race, and, the last race of my 15-year career.
Now, you were born in Alabama, living in Colorado now, but there's actually some Midwest connections. Tell us about that.
Well, actually, I was born in Rockford, Illinois, so just
okay.
up the road, but we moved to Alabama when I was about a year and a half old. And I lived in Alabama until I was 16, and then finished high school in Rockford. So my parents will be here tomorrow. My brother and his family will be here tomorrow. So it'll be emotional and special tomorrow to have them here.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
Now, you've spent a lot of time racing in Europe.
Yep.
How important is European racing to young riders?
I think it's a fantastic way to, be exposed to women's cycling. It's aggressive, it's hard racing. A few weeks ago when I was racing at the Tour of America's Dairyland, that we were coming into the last lap, and I was getting my sprinter Sam into position and, stole a wheel from another rider. She kind of came into me. I stuck my elbow out and gave her a little shove, and after the race apologized to her for it, and, she said, "Just so you know, this is not a contact sport." I was like, actually it is, but I have to remember that that's not true necessarily in American racing. You learn that in Europe, and so you have to kind of remember where you are and what races you're in to use some of those things that you learn in Europe. But I do think that some of the skills you learn in Europe and fighting for wheels and stuff it just makes you a better and stronger all-around rider. The races are aggressive from the start over there. Not to say that they're not here either, but I think you do learn a lot of different perspectives between U.S. racing and European racing.
There's a crash in hairpin turn 1 on lap 7. It leaves damaged equipment and, even worse, damaged bodies. It's also a sprint lap, so 3 bonus seconds are up for the taking. And as the sprinters come to the finish line, it's Tibco and Optum riders battling it out. Shelley Olds crosses for 3 points, Joelle Nainville gets 2 points, and Tibco's Joanne Kizanowski gets the final point. In a previous lap 5 sprint, the points went Joelle, Shelley, and Allison Powers. As soon as they cross the line, the race is neutralized, with medical staff tending to the injured riders. The peloton keeps moving, but slowly. Won't affect the top riders, but may give some of those struggling riders holding on a bit of a breather. As they pass the neutral support tent on the south side of Elk Grove Boulevard, they're given clearance that the race is back on. Allison Powers in the yellow jersey knows it's her race to lose. We asked her about her strategy to maintain her lead today.
You're up 9 or 10 seconds. It's up for you and your team to defend. You've brought a big team here.
Yes.
What's the plan for day 2?
Well, day 2, the gaps are so small compared to how big the time bonuses are. So we have to kind of pretend it's a one-day race today and, go for the stage win and the time bonuses mid-race. We have our work cut out for us, but so does everybody else.
So it sounds like it's going to be a hotly contested race, lots of flyers early and often in this one.
It better be, I hope so.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
So far in this race, Joelle Newmainville and Shelley Olds have each earned 5 bonus seconds. Allison Powers has added 1 bonus second to pad her lead. When we come back, the conclusion of the second stage of the Pro Women's Saturday Circuit Race at the Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove. The Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove is brought to you by ComEd, by AXA Equitable, Woodfield Chicago Northwest Convention Bureau, Comcast, and Prologis. Four laps to go. The bell rings for a sprint lap, and the peloton is getting twitchy. The group is slowly becoming color coordinated. The lap times have been mostly in the 8-minute range, with the fastest at 8 minutes 5 seconds. This lap will be fast too. Claudia Hausler goes off the front, first followed by Australian Kimberly Wells. The peloton is shattering, trying to respond. Coming around the bend to the finish line, it's Shelley Olds nabbing 3 points. Joelle Neumainville grabs 2, and Joanne Kizanowski with another point. Allison Powers is shut out this time. Kizanowski doesn't stand much of a chance to move up in the standings, but she's acting as a spoiler for other competitors who might want the points. She's protecting her teammate, Shelley Olds. Only 4 riders have scored points all day, with 8 going to Olds, 7 to Neumainville, 2 to Kizanowski, and 1 point to Allison Powers. Joelle Neumainville shared her strategy with us prior to today's race.
Theoretically, you have the most sort of credentials in this race. You're both the time trial champ for Canada and also the road champ. It's a circuit race today. What's your strategy for Elk Grove Village on stage 2?
I don't know. I just want to go out there and try to have fun and do my best and, cross the line with the feeling that you give 100% of yourself, and you cannot ask more than that.
Is it the strategy of Optum? I mean, I know that Rachel Heel, you just had your chat with her. You got to take some points away from Allison Powers. That's got to be part of the plan.
Yeah, we want to win, but you never know, We're just going to try our best and see.
2 laps remain in the women's pro circuit race, and the action is getting tense. All the big players and heavy-hitting teams are represented at the front of the field as they come across the start-finish line. On the backstretch, Jade Wilcoxon and the yellow jersey of Allison Powers are jockeying for position to launch their respective endgames. The bell rings for the final lap, and the intensity of the race is off the charts. It's the moment of truth for the team strategies as the pawns in the game rush their respective queens forward. Courtney Lowe is leading out her Optum team, but Tibco's riders are locked on her wheel. They're coming back on Elk Grove Boulevard, and the field is flying towards the finish. Neumainville pushing hard, but at her side is Shelley Olds. It's the fastest lap of the race at 8:04, and the pro women's circuit race has Joelle Neumainville as its winner, followed by Shelley Olds and Joanne Kizanowski. Great racing today in Elk Grove Village, with the prowess of Neumainville and Olds shining bright. Neumainville finished this race in 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 2 seconds. So it's Joelle Mainville of the Optum team in first, followed by Shelley Olds and Joanne Kizanowski, both of Team Tibco. Teresa Cliff Ryan and Kimberly Wells, both of the Fearless Femme Racing Organization, take 4th and 5th. And while this stage was easy to call, what about the GC points race?
A strategy well played out during that race. You scored bonus points on each one of the laps that there was an opportunity, and you took the final sprint.
Yeah, the team did a pretty good job leading me out in the last couple of meters, and it worked out pretty good. I was happy, and since I was a little bit nervous, it was a little bit late in the last sprint, but the team did a really, really good job, so yeah, we're happy.
One of the things that you want to keep very quiet is, Jade was the GC champion last year. She, her hand wasn't 100%. She just told me she's 90%. Didn't want that out there. But you had 2 cards to play. You're both 16 seconds back after the time trial.
Yeah, we have a couple of cards, and Denise Ramsden was 4th, and we have another good sprinter, Leah Kirchman. So we have a lot of cards to play, but tomorrow we'll try something else.
Now this is where it gets interesting. Neumainville got 10 more bonus points for the win, to bring her total to 17 points for Stage 2. Shelley Olds snags 14 bonus seconds, and the current leader, Allison Powers, got only 1 second. The officials do the math. They might need IBM's Big Blue to figure this out, but the result is the 3 women are within 1/10 of 1 second for the overall GC lead. Powers hangs on by a thread to the yellow jersey with 8/100ths of a second over Shelley Olds. Joelle Neumainville is just 1/10 of a second back. Amanda Miller is 4th in points, followed by Denise Ramsden.
Allison Powers, after 2 stages, you are still in yellow. Your thoughts?
Yeah, barely in yellow. It's amazingly close, all within 1 second. I'm excited to still be in yellow, disappointed that we lost as much time as we did, but I thought we raced well as a team, and we'll try again tomorrow.
What did you learn? It's the same course today as tomorrow. So, obviously people crept closer and there are 3 people within 1 second. So what's got to be different tomorrow in order for you to be wearing that jersey on day 3?
Well, as a team, we know, maybe mistakes we made toward the finish. It's the same finish for tomorrow, so it's probably unlikely that a breakaway will get away, just the nature and the easiness of the course, if you will. So we know what we can do better in the finish, and I know how I can sprint better. I made some mistakes today, so the nice thing about making mistakes is you learn from them, which is perfect.
Your competitors really got closer to you on those interim sprints, and I know that you try to defend them getting all that time, but you only picked up 1 point today. Is that something that you're going to have to be better at tomorrow?
Yes, well, luckily I got the 1 second today because now I'm still in yellow. But yes, I have to be better or else we'll, as a team, we'll lose the yellow jersey. Yep.
All right, well, best of luck on your day 3 race strategy. We can't wait.
Thank you very much.
And Grace from Comcast presenting the Winners' Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your Stage 2 podium of the 2013 Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove. Congratulations, Joelle, Shirley, and Joanne.